beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space outwardly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is a little bonus reading of what your guides want you to know. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome, and then we will read the energy. Now, just to let you know, your 9th house will be activated during this time and will be influencing you. You may feel compelled to study or learn something out of your comfort zone. You may also feel compelled to be a little bit more spontaneous and adventurous, following new visions and feeling that you have a lot more energy than usual. This 9th house actually encourages us to look at the bigger picture, to see where we're headed and really connect ourselves to higher learning and self-improvement, finding the adventure in the everyday. Also, your 4th house is activated at this time, and this will be really focused on your goals, on your tasks, and any routines that you feel you're connected to at the moment. You may want to really try to focus on all that you want to accomplish, but at the same time make sure that you don't feel stuck in a rut or feel bound to a schedule that is making you feel bored or feel that you have not got time for yourself, okay? Now, you are in a very strong law of attraction mode at this time. I just want you to be aware of that. You've got the Lovers card, which is about choice. So you may be opening yourself up to some sort of opportunity. But if you're looking for love, I mean, there is some love energy floating about in your vicinity. But we will go deeper on that in a moment. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarians? What do they need to know? Now, before I've even started your reading, they're showing me a footstep. Well, it looks like in the distance I can see other footsteps, but they're just focusing on one footstep. It looks like it's in concrete. You know when someone smoothed over a very nice kind of like concrete sidewalk or something like that, and someone's put a footprint in it, or there's footprints in it. So it can mean that you are solidifying a direction. Perhaps you're focusing on the path that you're taking at this time, and you're deciding on which path to take. I really get this. I mean, look, soul mission. So it could be connected to your soul mission at this time, the direction you feel like you're headed in. It could also be that you walk down the sidewalk and you see someone's footprint, you know, embedded in the sidewalk. It could be that you are following in the footsteps of someone who in your family lineage has already done something before, or a friend who's accomplished something and you're following in someone's footprints. But really interestingly enough, with your 9th house, you're putting your own individual authentic spin on it. So it's not something that you are going to be copying. I feel like it's something that perhaps you're trying to make sure you don't follow fully in someone's footsteps, because you're finding your individuality. There's independence here as well, okay? Now, you may notice that I'm in a different space. There is a lot of, I don't know if you caught that on camera. You probably didn't because of the box that I have here. But as I put down the deck, my guides actually, you know, moved this card. There is a card here that's come away from the deck. So I'm going to give you this card as well. Knowledge, look at that. Okay, knowledge with a spider. Spiders tend to be very, you prosperous, good luck, and good fortune. We will come to your cards now in a moment. There's definitely energetic love coming your way, or you connecting to people who vibe at the same frequency as your heart. Could be soul tribe members, could be love, romance if you're looking for that. But this reading is not really about love and romance. If it comes up, I will mention it. Now, those footsteps in the concrete, you may see some as you're walking down the sidewalk. It could also mean that you're making your mark on something, or you're finalizing a plan. I mean, 3 cards have come up now, my beautiful Sagittarians, and they're all connected to the Lovers card, okay? And you've got the Lovers card there, union. You've also got the Lovers card as an overarching energy. So if you're looking for a commitment, there's definitely a high-level commitment coming on in for you. But as I said, this is not meant to be a love reading. The majority energy that I'm getting is that your heart is vibing at a very high frequency, that you are currently in the state of the law of attraction. So Jupiter is working its benevolence for you. So really focus on a positive way or a positive perspective of looking at things, and you will attract that into your life, okay? So let's see, we've got 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely feeling that independent spirit coming through. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Sagittarian? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Okay. We've got the High Priestess twice. So there's something here that perhaps you're working on in secret, or you're focusing on, and you're not really telling anybody at this time, because I feel intense focus with you. I mean, you pay close attention to your synchronicities. You got the Lovers card 3 times. You got the Hierophant twice. Sorry, not the Hierophant. Oh, sorry. Yes. My guys just tapped me on the shoulder, went, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so I did get it right. So the Hierophant twice, and also the High Priestess twice. When I'm doing a reading, I'm not looking at the cards until I touch them. I'm scrying in the water. I always look in the water to see what images my guides give me at this time. We've got Queen of Swords, so you're being very direct. And we've got the King of Swords. I mean, Sagittarius, if you can't see by now, there's definitely some sort of union occurring. It could also be that there's a business partnership, or perhaps there is some sort of partnership that is going to help you long term. Could be a friendship, but we will go into the details now, okay? We've got soul mission. This is your protagonist energy. So you're weighing things up, strategizing, perhaps thinking about your path, okay? It says here, finding your own path in life. I mean, right at the beginning, we saw the footstep. Well, I saw the footsteps, so I gave you that image of what I'm seeing. So I'm definitely picking up on this big question mark, being very philosophical about your direction at this time, wondering if you're on the right path, wondering the changes that are occurring around the world at the moment. We all can feel them energetically. You're wondering how you fit into all of this and how your path will unfold, and whether you're putting yourself in a very secure position to weather any changes that occur around you, okay? It says here, discovering your soul mission and path of knowledge. The outcome is knowledge. So I feel you have come to this lifetime with a very special set of skills and a lot of gifts. You're very talented at what you do. Whether you're currently working, I don't know if you heard that tap there. There's a little tap there on the window. Okay, there's nothing there at the window, and I'm very high up, so nobody could be walking by. But I just want you to, there was just a tap on the window, and I didn't catch it in time to see if it was my guides, okay, because I actually can't see my guides there. I can feel them on my right shoulder at the moment. But I feel like it's an acknowledgement that you are putting yourself in a really good position to weather any difficulties or obstacles, and that you are a very talented person, very gifted, and there may be something here already that, whether you are working, whether you're retired, whether you have a goal in mind that you want to focus on, I feel like there's something here that you haven't quite tapped into yet, or had the confidence to fulfill or explore, shall we say, and you will get an opportunity to do that over the next coming months, okay? This could be a hidden talent that you've got. It could be a hobby that you really enjoy doing that could turn into a craft, or something that could bring extra finances if you're looking to build financially. Because looking here, I see that you have some sort of plan that you're trying to put in motion, and I feel you will actually fulfill that destiny. You will actually hit the mark on that, okay? It also says path of knowledge there, and you got the knowledge card at the end, which indicates you fulfill your part of the bargain. Your knowledge will bring you the success that you truly deserve and desire. Now, you've come to this lifetime with a lot of intelligence, okay? You're a fire element, so you're very passionate about what you do. You've got a lot of adventure in your soul, and you may have felt a little bit unmotivated, or you may have felt a little bit scattered recently in your energy, where you are trying to rein in your energy. I almost feel like you're trying to, if you've got excess energy, I feel like you're trying to channel it or streamline it into something really productive, but you may have felt that you were a little bit just out of sync or out of balance in your energy. You're coming into a frequency where you're grounding yourself, okay? You may also have increased energy, since we have had Mars and Mercury going direct. So that gives us clear sight, vision about what we want, to find our authentic voice and really be direct about what we want with the universe, and make good on it, negotiate almost with the universe to get what we truly desire. And Mars gives you that passion, that get up and go to accomplish whatever project, whatever it is you're wanting to accomplish, because it's going to be different for everybody. So whether you're retired or whether you are focusing on a work goal, or even if it's personal development, because I feel right now you are focusing on connecting to your spiritual wisdom, and you're trying to find your direction in the world at large. I feel like it's you're seeing that bigger picture, probably because of the 9th house, where you're looking at things from a higher perspective. It's almost like you're getting a bird's eye view of your life right now, where you're looking at all the things that you're connected to and whether they still hold a place or relevance in your world, or whether you've outgrown it. I really feel that you're searching for direction, okay? With the Magician card, this tells me that you're very gifted, that anything you turn your hand to, you're naturally very, very good at it. The Magician also indicates that you are a master creator. Your thoughts are becoming things. And you've got the King and Queen of Swords here, which means any plans that you've got that you're putting in motion, or any strategy that you are trying to fulfill, you will honor it and you will make it happen, okay? You're being direct about what you want. You're not letting anyone waste your time or derail you from your path. No distractions at this time is what I'm being given here for you. The Magician is all about focus, and it is about having that confidence to believe in your skills and your creativity. I definitely feel like you're going to be very productive at this time. You're not going to be wasting any of your beautiful time there, and I feel your focus will lead to action, and your action will lead to accomplishment, to whatever it is that you've been trying to make happen or make realize on the physical plane. I feel if you've been underestimated in the past by people, or if you feel like you've undersold yourself because you've had lack of confidence, or you've learned about your self-worth now, I feel like you're not allowing that to occur anymore. I feel like you're finding that level of empowerment to make sure you get the best deal out of life. And with the Magician card, you also have all the tools necessary to make things happen. I'm getting this sense that you're going to be appreciated and acknowledged for everything that you've been accomplishing, and whether that's within your family unit or your friendships, or whether that's even in business. I feel like you're going to get like a message or a signal from the universe that you're doing really well. You should be proud of your accomplishments and proud of everything that you've been doing. I feel things will start to become a little bit more effortless. So the struggle will get a little bit less, even though there's been a lot of difficulty and the energy has been fraught. I feel you're being really discerning about who you give your time to, your energy to, and I feel you're really focused. Now, the Nine of Pentacles also indicates a lot of you may be focusing on budgeting at this time, or trying to cut back on excess spending. The Nine of Pentacles is also a card of being really disciplined, that if you need to not have any distractions, I feel like you're really focusing, knuckling down and working on a project. I mean, even if like you're an artist and you have like a deadline of something that you want to accomplish, or even if you've got free time and you're retired and you're trying to create something, I feel like you're not wasting your time. You're completely absorbing yourself in it and getting lost in it, to the point where you're creating something really special. The Nine of Pentacles also is a card of financially being very stable. So I actually see you, cutting back on, like, this came up briefly in the Taurian reading. Some of you may be cutting back on certain appliances in order to cut back on electricity and finances. I mean, that's a savvy thing to do, of course, but I feel like you're actually finding a better deal. Some of you may be searching for getting discounts and deals, and I feel like this came up in your December reading, my beautiful Sagittarians. Something like a large purchase that you want to buy, you will find it for cheaper. You will find a discount or a deal on it, or you may negotiate a better deal, and you're going to be really proud of yourself that you actually did that. Okay, have the confidence to negotiate, because find your voice. You can get what you want. Remember, thoughts become things. It's so important. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles, some of you may work independently, and if you do not, some of you may be thinking about setting up your own business or becoming an entrepreneur. I see 2023 as being a year where entrepreneurs really thrive and really find a way to focus on their goals and make them happen and attract more clients, more money, but also more security. And I know that freelance work and things like that is often hard to come by, but I feel like you're freeing yourself up in a way where the universe is proud of the steps that you're making and actually orchestrates things behind the scenes to make things happen. I mean, some of you, because you've got the Lovers card 3 times, you may find that you are doing 2 jobs, or you are spreading yourself thin sometimes on what you want to focus on. So if you've got a job already and you're setting up something creative, or you are setting up like a passive stream of income, or even a second stream of income that you have to work at, make sure you find the time to recharge your batteries and don't spread yourself thin. Because if you've got too little energy focused in different directions, then you could find that things don't go at a pace that you were hoping for. Nine of Pentacles is a slow moving energy, but at the same time I feel like it is about foundational energy. Some of you may want to be a little bit more independent this year, where you travel to far off lands that you haven't seen forever. You may have not seen them for a while, or you may have never discovered them before, and you may want to discover them this year. Okay, Nine of Pentacles with the Hierophant also tells me some of you may go on a spiritual retreat. Some of you may decide to discover parts of yourself that you've not discovered before, whether that's through creative activities or sports. I feel like you're really trying to ground your energy this year and really channel that increase in energy into something really productive. Okay, now the Hierophant is also a card of institutions. So I'm getting a couple of things here. One is you may feel that the world is controlled right now, or there is like a knuckling down of control in the world by certain institutions, and you may be trying to find a way to find stability within that narrative. Okay, now this has been coming up pretty much for every sign, interestingly enough. But the Hierophant indicates that you may be learning knowledge or finding a mentor of some merit in the field that they work in. I feel like you are, because I get this voracious devouring of energy and of knowledge. So some of you may find that you want to pick up a book and just completely read it from cover to cover straight away because you get lost in it. Or some of you may find videos online of people who are trying to help in some area of life, and you may actually vibe with their videos and they're teaching you something. Okay, it could be something that will help with world events or with things on a financial scale. The Hierophant is also really about contracts and you focusing, being strict with yourself, shall we say, about your focus, being strict with your spending, and also not conforming. I get this sense that you are being a maverick at whatever it is you're doing. So for example, if your parents expected you to do one thing or your guardians expected you to do one thing, I feel like you may surprise them and do something different. This energy, I feel, is a bit of a plot twist. So some of you, especially since we've got a super new moon in Pisces, that is about changing your mind. So some of you may change your mind on something major as well during the next 4 or 5 weeks, and they're indicating it is a good change. Okay, Also, I'm picking up, be a little bit mindful, my beautiful Sagittarians, of timekeeping in the next 5 or 6 weeks. I'm not trying to call you out. We all have a moment where we're a little bit late, or, you know, things don't go in our favor. We leave early, but then suddenly there's traffic or forces beyond our control that get in the way of us being on time. But there's something here that they're indicating that you want to get to on time in the next, say, 6 weeks. Make sure you are. Make sure you leave a little bit early for it, because there could be a blockage. It could be a road blockage or a delay or something like that. And you don't want to be late for this thing, whatever this thing is. Okay, because they're showing me an RSVP in the water right now, and they're giving me these words over it: don't be late, don't be late. So, you know, that's what they're giving me. I normally don't get messages like that, but they're giving that to me, so I must give it to you. Okay, I don't feel like there's anything negative to it, but I feel like it makes a good impression. So it could be, you know, yeah, they're just saying don't be late. Now, also the Hierophant energy, this is a spiritual quest for higher learning. So again, some of you may actually step into spiritual realms where you use your talents, your gifts. Some of you may decide to step up and be an entrepreneur in the spiritual realm. For example, you may set up like a channel with tarot, or you may do meditation, guided meditation for people, or some of you may step into things like yoga or Pilates or counseling, where you use higher frequencies in order to understand the human psyche and help people rearrange their chakras or their energy field. Because I feel so much energy in your reading, my beautiful Sagittarians, okay? But I feel this is about you finding your spiritual path, but also finding your place in the world. And if you are currently working in an environment, or you are focused on a goal that is career-minded, I see you being noticed by hierarchy. I see you being noticed by people in positions of power, but I also see you elevating to positions of power as well within your sector, whatever it is you work in, okay? Now, we do have the resistance position, victorious. So you may have felt recently that something you've been working towards has not quite been working for you, hasn't been catching, but this all changes in the next 6 weeks, okay? This card indicates there will be something to celebrate. It says here, beating your competition and your enemies, overcoming these obstacles, success and power. So you're definitely elevating, but it's more than that. As you can see, her image, you know, the image of this feminine energy, her eyes are intense. The focus is clear. What you focus on and work towards with confidence is the thing that will grow and will bring much abundance, okay? Now, they're also giving me a stone to go with this. I mean, this is a green stone, so it's not really relevant to that, but they're showing me a citrine stone, okay? Citrine, it's normally yellow. Oh, it'd be something like this. Actually, this is citrine, okay? Now, this is about aligning energy as well, interestingly enough, and awakening abundance and good luck in cleansing your space. It also connects to creativity and using the imagination. So some of you may have just been gifted a citrine, or you may have been given advice to get some. You can buy some at your local store, but it's definitely worth having, okay, because it really cleanses and helps your energy flow. Now, there's some really awesome news coming your way, a major breakthrough in your life, shall we say. And the thing that you feel disconnected from, you're actually going to attract it into your life, okay? So remember, thoughts become things. The power of your mind is going to attract the frequency of the thing that you're thinking about. The Lover's card is a choice, okay? So being in the resistance position, you may have felt that you've been a little bit stuck in a rut, or you've had no choice regarding something, and you've just felt a little bit like, I just feel grounded, not grounded in your energy, but almost like you've ground to a halt in some area of your life, okay? Now, this could be that there's arguments, or there's been a bad choice. Perhaps somebody made a bad choice regarding you. It could be a love situation, could be a separation that you've gone through already before you came to this reading. If you've been separated from someone for quite some time and you're looking for new love, there is definitely a soulmate union on the horizon for you, okay? Some of you, if you've been going through a divorce and you may be actually wondering about your path or what you're going to connect to moving forward, I feel like you're going to enjoy your independence and life gets a lot more exciting, a lot more energetic, and I feel like you connect to your friends and your soul tribe. Also, I feel like you bond to a hobby or something that you really enjoy doing, and you will find your people at that place as well, okay? But the Lover's card is a card of having to make a choice, needing to purge any negativity, and really check in with your heart to see which direction you want to go in, to re-examine your priorities and your values when contemplating which path to take. It's almost like you're trying to intuitively follow your heart, but at the same time be logical about it so that you don't just follow your heart, because I feel in situations in the past you may have followed your heart and you got burnt, or you felt that this time you're actually going to engage your brain because you're so intelligent. Okay, and I feel there's something here that you are magnetizing because you're in a state of the law of attraction. But there's also a lot of duality in your reading. So I feel like you're going to be very productive. There's going to be a lot of spinning plates, perhaps multitasking over the next couple of weeks. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of responsibilities, but in the really good sense. I feel like you're mastering something, and I feel like you're going to be highly respected for what you do. If you are retired, for example, I feel like you're going to get appreciation from your family. Perhaps you felt a little bit neglected or unseen by your soul tribe. That's all going to change. If you've been a little bit hermit mode or off grid, I feel like you will start to seek this sense of the social scene, shall we say, or seek people's energy, because the Three Cups, the Three Cups is a card of celebrating, okay? You've got the card of victory here, and you've got celebration, so there's some really great energy coming on in here for you. I also get this energy of some of you trying to detox, especially in December into January. I feel like this was a decision made in December, but it was actioned in January. Some of you may have been tempted to fall off the wagon, shall we say, on something that you tried to cut out, but I feel you're going to persist with this, and you're going to move past the initial stages of temptation, and then it's going to be free sailing, okay? So I see you trying to detox and declutter and kind of downsize. So some of you may actually be gifting, items to charity or gift aid or things like that. And I feel like you're really asking yourself, what things do you need going forward, and the things that you do not. I feel like you're finding a loving home for those things. Some of you may also be compelled to do DIY or reshuffle your space. I definitely get a sense here that there is a big ending occurring for you, where you are releasing old negative patterns, whether they are people patterns, behaviors. You're embracing a little bit more healthy lifestyle changes here. Also, this came up in the Taurus reading as well, so perhaps you have Taurian placements, whoever I'm picking up on here, but the Three Cups is like, make sure you hydrate, okay? Take excess water if you haven't been getting enough water or enough sleep. They're indicating now is the time to recharge your batteries, because life gets a whole lot more interesting as you move forward, okay? Now, we have as an outcome energy here, we've got knowledge, the gift of knowledge to inform others, studying, learning to know ancient wisdom. Now, the spider tells me that this is good luck. So this could be a skill that you have or knowledge that you pick up that helps you either financially or spiritually in some way. And I feel like you impart some wisdom, you give someone a good piece of advice, and some good karma comes right back around to you. I feel like this person does you a very good turn in the future. Your crown chakra is so activated at this time where you just know the direction to head in. And this will be around about the 4th week. So if you're trying to make a decision on something, the gift of knowledge will come to you and you'll get really clear about what direction to take. I always say to people, envisage the path, each path that you want to take, and see how you feel it would end up. And then each one you'll get a feeling, and that feeling will tell you that you either take path A, B, or C, whichever direction feels the best, where you feel the better outcome would occur for you as well. I feel a lot of you are trying to bring a lot more peace of mind to your life, and especially with the world the way it is at the moment, I feel like you're trying to be very discerning about what enters your ears and your eyes. So you may decide to, you may feel compelled, shall we say, to watch things that make you feel in a lighthearted mood, or, you know, comedies, things like that. I really feel that you're trying to eradicate negativity because you felt it on your energy. You felt people on your energy, and I feel like you're really trying to, you know, cut back on any energy vampires, and that includes things like, you know, clickbait, or anyone who is being super negative and trying to drain you of your energy or derail you from your path. I feel like you're disconnecting from those things to live an independent energy where I'm just getting this like simple life energy, okay? Now we've also got union. Now, because you've got the Three of Cups here and you've got the Nine of Pentacles, there may be a project or something that you are thinking about doing. Make sure you reach out to those people that you feel would be a good partner to do that with, because they're saying doing something with someone, you know, it could all work together, collaborate on something. It could even be with your partner if you've got a high level commitment, or it could even be a family member. Something that you do together is going to be very, very productive, but also very successful and lucrative, okay? So if you've got lots of new ideas, I would hold true to your vision and follow or explore those ideas, because they are capable of bringing you much abundance, okay? But if you're looking for love, there's definitely love available. I feel like you would meet this person on something connected to your true calling, okay? So for example, if you've been called to, you know, do guided meditation to people, then I feel like you would meet a person through that. So whatever your true calling is, your true north, I feel like you meet your soulmate, if you're looking for a soulmate, in that sector or that area. If you've been called to be an accountant, to number crunch, then, you know, of course, then you'll find your person in that arena. It doesn't mean you're going to work with that person. It just means that they may be in a similar sector as you, is what they're showing me. There's a commonality, common goals, common ground with this person. Now we've also got perspective, of course, and perspective is important. It says change the meaning of the issue. Experiences are shaping perspective, reflection for change. So I definitely pick up on this energy that you are going deep within. You're a little bit in your head at the moment to make some decisions or to plan for the future. I mean, you could be planning for this year about a vacation or a spiritual retreat, or something that you're trying to enhance personal development with, and I feel like you're in the planning stages of it. It will happen, okay? It will happen, and it will be very rewarding for your soul. But it's important to really look at any issues that you've been struggling with and see them in a different light. See how they can benefit you, how you can turn things around, or find, is there an easier way? There may be even someone that you know who can give you good advice on something that perhaps you've been struggling with. So it's important to, you know, especially if you're an independent entrepreneur, for example, you may reach out to people who do something similar to you, or you may watch a video on something that someone has done that is similar to you, and you may find the answers there as well, okay? Now, because you've got the High Priestess and the Hierophant here, and you've got it twice, I feel right now you're wondering about your path, your direction, and it's more about of a spiritual energy that I've got coming through. It's like, how can you best serve your purpose on this earthly plane? Of course, money is important, and of course, love is important, and all of those things, but I really feel like you're asking, what's my purpose? Where am I headed in the right direction? From what I can see here is that there's something perhaps you're working on that you're keeping to yourself, and I feel the knowledge is already within you. Okay, so this is something that perhaps you've only started to really discover about yourself, or you're tapping into. It could be a new vision that you've got, but it's really going to give you a breakthrough. There's a lot of success here. With this High Priestess energy, I really feel a lot of independence. And the things that you're starting up really now, or you've done so in the last year or so, maybe even a little bit more, it stretches to 2 years perhaps, I feel like there is this sense of it being very rewarding in the future as well, okay? The High Priestess is a card of, you know, nurturing that intuitive power that you have within yourself. You pay close attention to your dreams, because and to your instincts, because I feel like it's almost like you're on the money, you're on the nail. You're bang on point with anything that's coming to your mind suddenly, okay? Now, they're also showing me a chestnut. A chestnut, interestingly enough. So either you have just made chestnut soup, or perhaps you've just bought chestnuts, or someone's given you them, or you've just seen them. Maybe you may see them in the store. I'm not sure. They're just showing me a chestnut. So I'm trying to get the energy of this. They're showing me mastery and success during hard times, and getting back to nature is also what I'm picking up here. Really grounding yourself. It's all about energy. I feel like it's about, they're also showing me that it bears a worldly message of life and prosperity after blight, delivering abundance. I mean, we've been going through a major pandemic for the last couple of years, so it could be that, you know, there is a shift or a change in the world in some way where, you know, things, although there's some bumps in the road still to come, which I feel for 2023, don't get me wrong, there's some twists and turns, I feel like things are getting a little bit better in your energy field. Also, chestnuts, and I feel like they're also very good, and I'm gonna have to check this out, so don't quote me on this bit. I feel like they're really good for respiratory issues. Okay, so perhaps if you've got asthma or you know, a cough or a cold, perhaps you've been going back to nature or trying to find natural food substances in order to, you know, heal ailments. So maybe that's something that you're on a mission to do. Recently you may feel called to want to either live off the land or live in the countryside, or even just find you know, something natural to take for any ailments that you've got, if any came up. Okay, I'm not seeing anything major here. What I'm seeing is someone really trying to find the natural remedy. That's what I keep coming up with here. And again, you know, if for example you do have asthma and things like that, you know, of course take your medication. It's so important. I'm asthmatic myself. You know, on some days I cannot be without my my pumper. So you know the drill. Always, you know, seek medical advice and things like that, because I'm not medically trained, but it's just coming up in the energy, so I've got to mention it. Now, the Hierophant also indicates that spiritual wisdom, using that knowledge, but I really get that there is this voracious thirst for knowledge for you. So some of you will be devouring a book, or, you know, getting back to self-care routines by finding time for you. And learning, I just get the sense of learning more about what you do, but also learning about more of your place in the world. And it's interesting that you've got all of these cards popping up. Some of you may even rediscover religion or really deepen your faith in some area of your life because you've been going through a hardship, and it may have been a test of your faith, but I feel now you're strengthening things because you're in a better position and you can see that you're being taken or guided out of difficulty, okay, is what I see here. To get the High Priestess again, okay, it really indicates that you have a lot of spiritual wisdom, and some of you may be using your psychic abilities, or if you have gifts in the spiritual realm, you may have been ignoring these gifts, but you can't ignore them anymore. I feel like you're being awakened, or you're being activated in some way where you start to discover or explore these parts of yourself that may have been dormant or lay hidden for some time. Some of you may have thought, you know what, I don't have any gifts, and suddenly, you know, you have flashes of insight, and you know, the universe is trying to nudge you, to awaken you, and I feel like you're going to discover even more about yourself as well. Now we do have the King and Queen of Swords, so that in itself is a relationship. So if you're looking for high-level commitment, I do feel like there is one coming on in. I feel you and your person, you know what you want. This new person, if you're looking for love, this person is mature enough to know what they want. Now, life has been difficult for both you and this person, and I feel like there have been some traumatic experiences along the way, which may make you and this person feel a little bit detached from each other at first, but I feel both of you warm up. There is definitely a connection between you and this person. So there may be kind of a, do they like me? Do they not like me at first? But I feel once you get to know this person, there's no denying that there's love here and that this is a soulmate. Okay, so I feel like this person has had similar experiences as you. If you're already in a relationship, I feel you and your person could be going into business with each other, or if you already work with each other, there could have been a little bit of a strain on the relationship if you work with each other and live with each other and all of those things. But I do feel you, both of you, underneath there's a lot of love, a lot of pressure, but I feel like you release that pressure, and I feel like you managed to detach from that pressure and find a way to, find the middle ground, or be diplomatic, but also honest with each other, okay? I feel like you're not judgmental of each other. Both of you want that peace element, but I feel both of you have to say your piece, okay? I feel like great communication skills here. Some of you may, as I said, be setting up a business, or you're in a partnership, and I feel like you're being heard, okay? I get the sense that you're being seen and heard. Whether you're in a partnership or not, or a business or not, I feel like you're being seen and heard by those around you, and respected as well. Queen of Swords is about independence, being direct. These are aspects of yourself, being self-sufficient, especially when there's world changes afoot. I feel like you're putting yourself in a really good position to, be independent. The Queen of Swords is a card of seeing the future, or looking to the future and having a plan. And I feel that's what you are doing right now. I feel like you're trying to be very logical about the things that you can do based with the resources that you've got. And I feel that financially you're putting yourself in a very secure position and cutting back on excess is what I see, okay? Also, the Queen of Swords is a card of holding true to your vision, setting an intention and aligning yourself with that. So you've got intense focus here, saying this is what I'm going to do and I'm going to stick to it. So whether you're cutting out food substances that are making you feel lethargic or making you feel bloated, I feel like you're sticking to it. If you're feeling like there's not enough exercise or water in your everyday routine, I feel like you're actually sticking to a healthier practice. The King of Swords also indicates that your mind is just beautiful right now. It is a supercomputer. You've got very high IQ and you're making good decisions. There's something you're thinking about that you're going to take action on, and it's going to put you in a very good position. Also, I feel like there could be a communication here where you meet somebody or you negotiate something and you're just on the same frequency. You just click, okay? Could be a new friend that's coming on in here, but I just get a sense that you just click, okay? Also with the King of Swords energy, I'm really picking up this sense of order. So I feel a lot of you are going to get a little bit more organized than usual, okay? That's why I guess they're saying don't be late, be organized. And I feel like you are, but I feel there's forces beyond your control which could delay you. That's why if there's something important you need to be at, try and leave like 30 minutes beforehand or whatever, just to factor that in, okay? Now, some of you will be stepping up into leadership positions or focusing on, stepping into a position that has a lot more status, a lot more responsibility. And it's, I definitely see stepping into managerial positions or being a CEO of your own company, a director of your own company. King of Swords indicates mastery, okay? So again, I was getting that energy of, beginning, mastery, and ending. So you're going to be finishing all your tasks. You're going to tie up loose ends. You're not going to, start something and then move on to the next and be scattered. I feel like you're really going to encourage yourself to finish what you started, shall we say. Also, with the Queen and King of Swords there, I feel it's important to communicate what you want, okay? Yes, you have a really deep bond with people, or you've got a lot of intuition and instincts, but you don't want to leave anything ambiguous, shall we say, that could be open to being misconstrued. So if, for example, you're going into a meeting with your boss and you're saying, you know what, I do a lot of work around here, I love what I do, but right now it's just not paying the bills. I don't feel valued when it comes to my paycheck. And I know that right now, energetically, the world is in a very volatile place, but I am going to seek work elsewhere if we cannot negotiate a better deal. Even if I pick up a new project that could land me in a position to elevate into a new position, I feel it's important to keep lines of communication open and have courage to go after what you want. Be direct, but also be diplomatic, okay? We've got an Ace of Swords here. So really great news coming on in. This could be a project where you use your voice, it could be a project where you use your mind, or your ideas start to have clarity. You know what you want to do, you make the decision, and it happens. It's like lightning speed. Once you decide, everything starts occurring for you. Also with the Ace of Swords, this is a major breakthrough. This indicates good karma, good fate, sort of stepping in here to help you with the direction that you're headed in. Ace of Swords is a card of any conflict being resolved and seeing the path clearly. Also, I'm getting a sense here of you experiencing lots of meaningful coincidences. They're giving me 1414 in the water right now, so you may see that number everywhere you go, even when you look on your watch or a clock, or even could be if someone gives you a cell phone number and you do business with that person, or you have a romantic interest in that person. Look at the end of their cell phone digits or in their cell phone digits. Is there 1414? This is an indication that this person or situation is meant to be on your path for a reason. Also, some of you may be waiting for a date for surgery for something, okay? You may get a communication regarding that. You're in good hands, okay? To have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords there indicates that you've got a really good team around you when it comes to a procedure that perhaps you are moving towards doing. Obviously, do your due diligence and make sure you investigate and check up on the team that you are connecting to. But I feel, take the time that's necessary. Take the time that's necessary to heal. Take some time out, okay? You don't have to get back straight away. Just relax and let your body do the work in healing. Also with the Ace of Swords, some of you, especially if you're retired, you may be thinking about ideas to get your story out there, because I get this sense of your story being integral to who you are and making your mark on the world. So some of you may feel compelled to write a book or a screenplay or even a blog, or something about your experiences that can not just help others, but also be a very cathartic energy. That's been popping up recently. Maybe even in the Scorpio reading, it popped up recently, but I feel there's something here that you've experienced that actually you could turn into a gem when it comes to either passive income, or some of you may want to write a book. They're showing me writing a book for children as well. That's not going to resonate for everyone, but it's just coming up there, so I have to mention it. Now, in the water, they're showing me two things side by side, and I can't imagine that these would ever exist side by side, but I'm going to give you what they're showing me. They're showing me a frog and a ladybug, both of them side by side. So this could be that you go into a store and you see some ornaments that's got a ladybug and a frog next to each other. I mean, both of those tend to be about abundance, prosperity, and good luck. So it could mean that your luck is changing, or some of you with the frog could be you leaping into another position or making major changes. Some of you with the King of Swords could also be thinking about moving to somewhere across seas, somewhere international, or if you do have a business, you may have far-reaching energy where you're actually connecting to the world. Your business could go global with that energy. Now, we've got music and we've got lovers. Now the lovers card, of course, is the choice, but it is about attracting what is in your heart, the vibrancy of your heart, okay? So number 21 can also be the world card. So this person that's coming on in terms of love can be from a different part of the world than you, okay? Number 21 also is a card of, tying up loose ends, letting past situations be in the past to embrace new experiences. But also number 21 is about you reaching a goal and being prosperous in that endeavor. We've got music. So music is so important, of course. It's about raising your frequency. Again, I just keep getting this energy for you. So I see financially things are, going to be on the up. I do see you going to be able to be very shrewd in your decisions to save based on cutting back on excess. But also music, I feel, will actually change your frequency, okay? Have you ever noticed that when you feel on top of the world and that things are vibing at a high frequency, everything seems really clear and, really good things start to come your way. But then if things don't show up in the time frame that you're hoping for, you may start to doubt yourself or doubt the universe, and then things start to fall apart. I always say when you're doing the law of attraction, think about an order coming from a restaurant, okay? You sit at your table, you ask the wonderful server for your order, and they go to the kitchen and they order it, and then you think, oh, you know what, with that veggie salad, I'd also like a side of fries, okay? And you ask your server for a side of fries. They've got to go back into the kitchen and they've got to order that side of fries. So that delays your order by a little bit because you've changed it. So remember, I always say, whenever you're ordering with the universe, cosmic ordering, ask for what you want in the words you mean, okay? Thoughts become things and words are important. That's why they call it spelling, okay? Because to spelling, it's a spell out to the universe where you're conjuring visions that you see in your mind that you can have in your hand on the physical plane. So it's so important. Write down the words that you mean. Say them out loud as an affirmation and keep them safe so that every time you are asking the universe, you say the exact words so you're not reordering with the universe, delaying the process, okay? So that's coming up there as well. Also pay close attention to music because there is a message for you in a song that you hear. It will really hit your soul. It'll stop you in your tracks, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful, okay. My beautiful Sagittarians, we have a dolphin play and we've got a stag protector, okay? So it says here, swim in the happy joy of living, inhale confidence and exhale fear, dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. So it seems to all be about your wisdom, your knowledge, and this thirst for knowledge over the next couple of weeks that will help you where you want to go. You know, it's like, it's like learning for a test, for example. If you absorb all the knowledge and do your due diligence and make sure you're prepared, then you can go out and have fun, right? So I feel like you are putting yourself in a really good position. Also, dolphins have that wonderful sonar. So it's really about using that instinct to be aware of your surroundings, you know, world surroundings or personal surroundings, because there is things on the peripheral that perhaps we cannot visually see at this time, but we can sense. We can sense changes. And I feel like, you know, don't be too serious about the changes. You can see that they're coming, but just intuitively follow the flow, and you'll be led by those instincts to put yourself in a really good position. We've also got white stag protector, which indicates you are protected. Something you've been working hard towards or fighting to achieve will become easier. It says you are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you to where you want to go. Awaken the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Okay, so again, that's this tapping into that inner resolve or that inner resource of knowledge that's within you that has been passed down from generation to generation. Okay, we tend to lose touch with these things because we've built a life that is connected to technology. Everything's very loud, you know, cars, traffic, all those noises, you know, Wi-Fi, all of those things, they cloud sometimes our energy field. So there is this sense of you wanting to get back to nature or getting out into nature to really ground your energy so that you can really tap into the path that you're on. I really feel like you're headed in the right direction. You're going to make a really big breakthrough on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish or visualize and make it happen for you. It's going to work out in your favor, okay? Also, I'm just going to get a trinket here for you, but I'm getting this energy that suddenly you see the path you know what, I can't even see what this is, right? But I just feel this immense sense of peace. So I almost want to say it's the peace sign. I'm probably wrong. I can't see it. Okay, I can't see it. You know, it's a peace sign. Okay, obviously you can't prove that I couldn't see it. I know in my heart and my soul that I could not see it. But I just, even at the beginning of the reading, okay, they were giving me a peace sign. I do a little meditation right at the beginning, but if it doesn't come up in the water again, I will not mention it. I'll leave it in the meditation. But this came up in the meditation, but because I didn't say it, I can't call it. But just then I could feel this immense sense of peace. I just knew it was the peace sign, okay? So I'm just gonna show you that. This indicates that clarity of mind brings peace of mind, balance and harmony, okay? Also, I feel like your vibe, your frequency actually helps change the frequency of the world, bringing it more into alignment and awakening. And if everybody did that on a grand scale, we would all change the energy of the world for the better. I know it's wishful thinking, but we are all energy. There is a reason why we are given lots of clickbait and news stories that keep us in a state of fear to lower the vibrations, okay? You are capable of greatness. You are capable of being legendary and making whatever it is you desire come to life. So remember that power that you have within you, and it shall be so. I hope something resonated in this reading for you, my beautiful Sagittarians. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians. Love and light.